a memorable event with a small video which our team Anon has prepared for you all. It's a tribute to all the teachers here. Can we start with the video, please?
नन्हे से कदम लेकर जब आए पहली बार, नन्हे से कदम लेकर जब आए पहली बार, थामे हमारी उंगली उस टीचर को हमारा प्यार। तो बोलो गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। संभलते हैं हम, थक भी जाए पर देखो हम कभी न थकते हैं। वो टीचर ही तो है जो हमारे साथ चलते हैं, हमारे साथ चलते हैं। तो बोलो गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। जलाते हैं फिर प्रेम और श्रद्धा से नया विश्वास जगाते हैं। वो टीचर ही तो है जो सच्ची राह दिखाते हैं, सच्ची राह दिखाते हैं। तो बोलो गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। नन्हे से कदम लेकर जब आए पहली बार, नन्हे से कदम लेकर जब आए पहली बार, थामे हमारी उंगली उस टीचर को हमारा प्यार।
I hope you all must have liked the video. Okay, so now today we have with us our nation builders right from early years to the university level. So we have a group of talented principals, professors, directors, and teachers from various countries. A few to mention here are from Australia, Singapore, UAE, UK, and Nepal, and of course, a lot many from our very own country. We have mentioned the details of all our invitees in the chat box. Before we start the event, I would like to invite Ms. Aarti Girdhar, founder and president of Anon, to share a few words with us.
Thank you very much, Deepa. Very happy Teachers' Day to all the educators out there. A warm welcome to our chief guest, Ms. Sandra Farrell, our guest of honor, Mrs. Rema Alex Daniel, and all principals, professors, lecturers, headmistresses, and teachers who have joined us to celebrate a day that's kept aside to honor all the gifted souls who work every day to make a bright future of our beloved students. A big round of applause for everyone. Can we have a big round of applause? Yeah, thank you. I would like to congratulate each one of you for your immense effort in transforming our students into responsible citizens. In today's challenging time, you all have adapted to new learning environment to continue to deliver and to fulfill your responsibility of the nation builder. We have got to know something more about a team or a meet guided by Microsoft and Google of the world. I hope we are back into the regular learning environment soon. Apart from the changes in learning environment, these times have given us an opportunity to gather in a newer way like this forum, wherein I see a lot of educators from across various countries for exchanging the ideas and learn from each other which probably won't happen during the normal times. Anon, Act Now or Never is our dream NGO, where we focus on strengthening mental health, lifestyle management, and creating awareness on human rights. We connect with more than 1 lakh students, teachers, and parents every year to skill them up. We have delighted and developed programs that leave a mark and long-lasting impression in the mind of the audience. Team Anon is not team of people, but team of beautiful souls who work selflessly to bring up a society that is a little more happier. Anon is a movement that is slowly thriving to prove its mission of enabling our next generation with the skills that are not a part of our curriculum. Without going more in detail about Anon, let's start with the interesting part of the event, and let me invite Ms. Devinder Kaur to take it forward. A big thank to all of you for joining us. We are honored with your presence and participation. Thank you. Over to Ms. Devinder.
Thank you so much, Aarti, and very good evening, each and every one of you. And thank you, Aarti, your encouraging words, looking at the drive, or as you correctly used the word, movement, through your organization to make a difference in the lives of not only kids, teachers, and parents. It is remarkable effort and your beautiful passion. Kudos to you and all associated with Anon. We as mentors associated with the team Anon are blessed to touch the lives of next generation. So thank you for giving us the opportunity. Team I'm Devinder Kaur. Very good evening. Though a corporate zombie, but passionate to touch lives of young minds and to build confidence in them. And I am associated with Anon as a mentor since beginning of this year. Let's go ahead and start this event in a beautiful manner. And the very first thing what we are going to do now is we will invite and do a warm welcome for a chief guest here, Miss Sandra Farrell. Let me give a little intro about Sandra. Sandra, most welcome to the event and thank you for being part of it as a chief guest in the event. So telling about Sandra, let me give the little introduction here. Sandra Farrell is a resident of Ireland and CEO of Ormond Healthcare Limited. She first got elected as mayor of her local authority at the age of 23 itself. Wow. Sandra has been involved in politics from a very young age. She is currently on the National Executive Committee of Fianna Fáil, the largest political party in the island. She was nominated as the party candidate to contest the 2020 general elections. Sandra has been a community activist for over 25 years. She currently operates nursing homes, providing older person care in Ireland. Her passion is supporting our most vulnerables, and she has set up many initiatives to support this, one being local food banks. She is one to understand the Indian culture. As you can see in her background, I can see Oms. They're amazing. She has visited India for almost 40 times in last 5 years. Have visited the Himalayas on at least 15 occasions on spiritual trips, maybe much more than all of us staying here would have done it. I have not actually, frankly. I would request Sandra to share her experience with your global experience of interacting with multicultural people. How do you compare the teacher-student, or as we call guru-shishya relationship of Indian culture with other countries? To Sandra, to you.
Sure, Devinder, and namaste, ladies and gentlemen. I took this opportunity, I have to say, just to prepare a few words. I have a few minutes, and I suppose you've outlined all the experience that I've had, but especially in India and the culture. As an Irish person, we've always been very proud to be from a country that is known globally as the land of saints and scholars. But the truth is, in recent years, as I've gotten to know India, especially the last 5 years through my visits to my guru, Shashi Dubey, who is with us here today, I got to learn about the amazing country and the culture and the heritage And I have to admit that in fact, India is the true land of saints and scholars. Our title as the land of saints and scholars in Ireland came around St. Patrick. He's our main saint of Ireland in the 5th century. It's only about 1500 years ago. But whereas India can lay claim to an educational system going back over 5,000 years, which I think is incredible, where the Guru and the Gurukul was at its center. And as we know, a Guru takes us from the darkness into light. And this is the basis of the Gurukul system, which I have been introduced by my Guru, Shashi Dubey. In Sanskrit, you're all aware, Guru, the word is made up 2 roots, Gu and Ru. And Gu meaning the darkness and Ru into the light. So Guru stands for the teacher, who is the remover of darkness and is the torchbearer to bring us to enlightenment. And that's what I have learned with my Guru, Shashi Dubey. Students who lived with the Guru were educated at the very best, both mentally, logically, physically, spiritually, and ethically. And my learning in that was it was a truly rounded educational system. They were taught to live by the principles of their duty and responsibility from their Guru. And the Upanishads say that education is for liberation. So this is the essence of what a teacher is to be, even in modern day. Your country had the first residential universities, and that's just extraordinary. I suppose the schools of excellence like Nalanda and Takshila were on a par with today's universities like Princeton, Harvard, that we all excel to go to. But you also come from a tradition of great educators like Sri Shankaracharya, Rabindranath Tagore, to Dr. Radhakrishnan, only who is the reason that we're gathered here today on the 5th of September. And in Dr. Radhakrishnan, he says, knowledge gives us power, love gives us the fullness. And I think that's just an extremely special quote from Dr. Radhakrishnan. With this belief, it is no wonder he was loved by so many of his students. And it says a lot of respect that he had for teachers, when instead, when people want to celebrate his birthday, instead he said, let's celebrate teachers on the 5th of September. And that's why we're here, to celebrate the teachers as a profession. You are steeped in India in a tradition of the noblest teachers in a noble profession. Being a teacher isn't always easy, but it is such a privilege to have the heads and the hearts of your young people in your own very hands. The influence of a true teacher stays with us for life. They inspire us to live to our best life possible. I was blessed to have so many teachers since a very young age. One particular is my school principal. As a very young girl, I was deeply influenced by her. She focused not only on the academic side of school, but beyond that, she saw the whole child, which is extremely important for teachers to keep it when they're in their care. She was a woman of heart and gracefully looked after all those in her care, and that she thought was to give, and to give with all our heart. Sister Stephanie was like a granny to me, and I remained friends all my life until she passed 3 years ago. She taught me so much. She actually inspired me to become that community activist, which you mentioned in your intro, from a very young age. She used to take the children in from school before they actually go to their class and feed them and clothe them and shower them, and to make sure that they had enough food to sustain themselves. A bit like in India in the public schools where I assisted last year. They came to school for a meal, some of them. It was their only meal of the day. This woman actually helped me to do that. So it was with her in mind that I set up the food banks at a young age. She used to take the children in from school before they actually go to their class and feed them and clothe them and shower them, and to make sure that they had enough food to sustain themselves. A bit like in India in the public schools where I assisted last year. They came to school for a meal, some of them. It was their only meal of the day. This woman actually helped me to do that. That he brought me to temples, dargahs, outside his office. He distributed food to the poor. And that touched my soul so much. And I said, if this man can do it to the people for India in his home city, then I can do it in my hometown in Neenah, where I'm from in Tipperary. Now I'd like to actually share, if I can backtrack, how I ended up in India, because I believe everything is destiny. So 5 years ago, one of my close Indian nurses, Sophia Lorenzi, which she's from Indore, she got very sick. She was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Sophia worked for over 15 years in Ireland on her own, sending all her money back to her family so they could afford to pay their mortgage. So to be honest, Sophia became like my family. But unfortunately, Sophia, when she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, I promised her that I would bring her home. But actually, I knew no one in India 5 years ago. And at that, I was so lucky that one of my associates found out that actually I was trying to bring Sophia home. And she says, look, I know a man that might help you. Back then I was very skeptical. I was stubborn. I said, no, I don't need no help. But she said, please, this is his number, ring him. So within 5 minutes, something gave me the strength to pick up the phone to Shashi Dubey, a man I never heard of. In that moment, I knew that I was safe and I knew that I could bring Sophia home. Within 5 days, Sophia was stabilized. We convinced the doctor to get her home and to fly her in business class. We had a drip hanging from the baggage department up over the seat. And all the way, Sophia was saying, Sandra, thank you so much. I said, you know, I couldn't do this without a new family that I perceived that I had in India. So on the way we joked and I said, how do you greet someone in India? At that time, I couldn't tell you where India was on the map. And she goes, namaste, namaste. So anyway, we landed. Guruji had all her family from Indore. He had a private hospital set up for her. Now this lady, Sophia Lorenza, when I asked her, had she insurance, she laughed and she said, my insurance is with God. So that just set the scene for what type of lady this was. So we landed. I no more said namaste to Guruji. I gave a big hug of relief, which you don't do in India in public to anybody. It was, you know, it was a moment of just sheer relief that I landed and she's alive. In that moment, she was put into a private ambulance, brought to a private hospital and got the best of care. She was surrounded by her family. Little did I realize that Sophia was actually bringing me home to meet Guruji. You know, we're blessed when we meet our Guru. And you don't know it in that moment. Sophia unfortunately lost her life, but before I left India after 4 days, I thanked Sophia for saving my life. And the 3 most important things that Guruji taught me on that trip was trust, believe, and surrender. I didn't trust myself back then. I didn't believe in myself back then. And I certainly didn't know how to surrender. But I knew where he was getting me to after 5 years was trust in God, believe in God, surrender to God. But in order to get there, you need a guru. So I went home. I started my journey in spirituality. I started practicing different mantras. I believe that spiritual soul connection between a guru and disciple is one of eternal, unconditional divine love and friendship, bearing no selfish consideration. A real guru, a teacher, tries to bring to the fore the inner divinity of the disciple from deep within the disciple's soul and the heart. And he knocks at that disciple's heart door and awakes that divine child in him, which we call the soul. So it is the guru's job, as I believe, to make his disciple feel that without love, without truth and light, life is meaningless and fruitless. And my life was lifeless, meaningless and fruitless until I arrived in India. So the most important thing a guru does for his spiritual children is to make them consciously aware of something vast and infinite within themselves, which is nothing other than God himself. So this is the power that you as all teachers and principals, to be influencers of kindness, compassion, for worthy ambition and service. And no doubt, you mentioned it, we are living in such interesting times where the COVID pandemic has changed the landscape for us all, especially in the healthcare system where I work, trying to keep our vulnerable safe. Now it's up to you as teachers and principals to guide these children in different ways. And this has hugely impacted your roles as teachers and principals, and it's not easy. In many respects, you're like the second parent to that child when they come into your school. Nothing can beat face-to-face, one-to-one personal touch, but I don't underestimate that challenge that when you have to teach online over the next few months. But life evolves, as it always has. As we are aware in the Gurukul system, the student lived with the guru and this evolved to the majority of children attending the schools and returning to their homes in the evenings. Now you face that challenge, but challenges are always opportunities to grow. All you have to do is be your best. I've read some reports, like you all, that says online teaching is more difficult. The students don't engage as well. Don't expect your students to be disengaged, disrespectful. You know your students. Expect them to be their best, but also be your best yourself. And that's all you can do. We can't control how others behave. I've learned that the hard way over the last number of years. But we can master ourselves when we show up to be the best. So prepare in the best way you can. Bring your passion, your love for teaching, regardless of the situation, the circumstances that face you over the next few months. Be that teacher that when your students are older and looking back at what inspired them, they will remember you. And that's the goal, that they remember all of you. So in the words of Rabindranath Tagore, one of India's best well-known educators, as you know, and one of my favorites of my guru, one of his quotes, which actually lies deeply within me, it says, "A teacher can never truly teach unless he is still learning himself." And the most important next line is, "A lamp can never light another lamp unless it continues to burn its own flame." And I think that's very important today. So finally, I believe in synchronicity. I have been extremely lucky to be introduced to the different celebrations and ceremonies that you do in India. And one has started Pitru Paksha. It's that 15 days of prayer and ceremony and offerings that we give to our ancestors, where we remember them so they can attain moksha, liberation. And I believe that all our ancestors, so many of them are our teachers, that we should actually remember them today and take a moment of gratitude to the ancestors of your profession, to honor all those great educators who live actually, and their work lives through all of us. My guru, Shashi Dubey, he taught me so many mantras, many rituals, and the significance of fire and water puja, which I'm honored to have learned over the last number of years. And you mentioned earlier, I've been so fortunate in my life to be brought to the Himalaya 15 times, at least 15 times. But the amount of blessings that I have got in my life has been incredible. 5 years ago, I had left politics actually at a young age. I left in 2008 because I didn't have the right guru, the mentor at the time. And when I met Guruji that day at the airport, I got into his car and he said, "You have 3 chances in life to get back on track." And I had come off the track once in politics. In that moment, with all the blessings I had got from the Himalaya, he said, "You must go back on that track." Since then, as you've named, I went back and studied a master's in politics also, with his blessing and with his grace from all those trips in the Himalaya. So when you have the guru and you're on the right path, there's no hurdles. You get to where you go with that divine connection of your guru. And as I say, I've been to many high spiritual places in Himalaya, like Badrinath, Jagdishwar, Deprayag, and you're probably aware of the Deprayag, where the Bhagirath and the Alaknanda rivers, they come together and merge to form Mother Ganga. The power and the vortex energy in Deprayag, if you can get there, it just cleanses your soul. And this is where you will feel that divine connection that you may have lost in your life. It's just an amazing experience. So today, I hear it's a tradition to do a party piece to your teachers. So I've been asked to do a party piece, which I am not so good at, but I want to do it in my guru's honor and all the other teachers I've had in my life, but all your teachers as well, and your gurus and your masters. The first, I'll do 2 pieces. They're not long, so don't worry. The first is a Doha by Kabir, which you're all aware of. The meaning of it is very simple and very touching. It says that the spiritual teacher of Guru is even greater than God. And Kabir says, "If teacher and God are both in front of me, whose feet will I touch first?" He then says, "It is only because of teacher's teaching that I'm able to see God. So my Guru's feet I will always touch first. And the second piece that I also will try to do is the auspicious mantra that you played at the beginning, the Guru Brahma mantra. This is usually chanted on today, Teachers' Day, but also Guru Purnima Day, which is extremely special to all of us as well. The meaning of the mantra is very simple. Guru Brahma and Guru, who is the Lord of the creation, Brahma, also called as generator. Guru Vishnu means Guru is Vishnu. Vishnu is the Lord who is called the organizer. Guru Devo Maheshwaraya means Guru is Maheshwara, Shiva, or the destroyer. And Guru Sakshat Brahma means Parabrahma, the Supreme God Almighty. So, with further ado, I will try to do these little pieces, and bear with me. If you'd like to sing along, please do, because it'll help. Guru Govindo no Kaye, Kake Lago Paye, Balihari Guru Apno Govinda Dio Bataye. Guru Govind no Kaye, Kake Lago Paye, Balihari Guru Apno Govinda Dio Bataye. Govinda Dio
इधर से स्क्रीन में सब लोग भी आए।
Second one. Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve, Tasmai Shri Guruve. Om Shanti 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 Om. Namaste and Dhanyavad.
Wow, Sandra, what a speech. It was such a thought-provoking thing. So many things to take away. Amazing. And those, your Gurujis, everyone's Gurujis. Oh, I just, we all of us are honored to have him as his presence. If you know, we were just overwhelmed with your speech.
Thank
Such
you.
a thought-provoking: trust, believe, and surrender. That's the topic I'm going to get into. Amazing.
And God bless to all your work.
Thank you for your wonderful ventures, as you spoke about throughout, and helping the needy. Amazing. Thank you so much, Sandra. All right, teachers, moving forward, let's increase the vibrations. Already it has bummed in. Sandra has given a lot of it. Much of spirituality and vibrations and already such. Moving forward, let's get a little more with our next mentor coming up, Miss Rekha Jha. She is founder of Soul and Smile, writer and motivational speaker. She recently published a small collection of her Hindi poems as a Kindle ebook. Let's hear one of her composition in her own voice. Rekha ji, to you.
Rekha ma'am, just unmute yourself, please.
Thank you very much, Devinder ma'am. Happy Teachers Day to all of you. ये मेरी पोयम शिक्षक की जर्नी है, शिक्षक की कमिटमेंट है, जो कभी होप नहीं लूज करता, पॉजिटिव है और हर किसी फेज में लड़ने को तैयार है। मेरी पोयम का शीर्षक है मैं शिक्षक हूँ। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा, मैं देश का भाग्य विधाता हूँ, अपनी कथनी पे अटल रहा। एक ऐसा दौर भी देखा है जहां खुला गगन और तेज पवन, जहां नहीं खड़ी थी कोई दीवार, प्रकृति की खोज का था विचार। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर सफल रहा। अब गुरुकुल का समय आया, नई संग अनोखी परंपरा लाया, अपने को चमका विद्यालय का रूप जब मुझे
Rekha ji, your voice is not clear coming to me. I'm not sure if everyone is able to hear it.
No, I think Devinder, there's some network issue.
Okay, Rekha ji, can you repeat? If you can just try to. Seems she lost the connection. Never mind. We will get back to her as soon as she is back. Meanwhile, I think we can immediately get to the next step, and then we can come back to listen to Rekha ji's poem again. So I now would request Shammi ji. Welcome our next mentor right now, Ms. Shammi Purti. She has 18 years of experience in her early years and primary education. She worked both as a teacher and administrator in leading school of Faridabad. So Shammi ji will share some of her views on this auspicious day, being in the teaching fraternity. Shammi ji, we would like to hear from you.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. We were in the process of listening to some inspirational words by Rekha ji, but somehow we lost her. So I would start by repeating Sandra ji's nice words. She said, Guru's job is to enlighten, bring light in the children's lives. So in that case, we understand that teaching is one of the most complicated and continuously evolving profession. And it is the profession that teaches all other professions. So before we start our interaction today, I want you all to think as parents, what kind of a teacher would you like for your child? And I would like to read your thoughts in the chat box, if you can, please. What kind of a teacher, what qualities you think a teacher should have? Okay, Priyanka ji says she should have patience, she should be friendly, Shuchita says. Compassionate, dedicated. So far, I have read all the qualities that are beyond the content knowledge or the academics. The one who listens to child's thought process, Binduji says loving and caring, tolerant, perfectly fine. So we have seen that there are so many qualities that we want our teachers to possess, because there is a bigger purpose to what teachers do beyond academics. And they have to consistently hone their skills. They have to be lifelong learners, because life goes on beyond the classroom as well. So the purpose of education is creating classroom situations or conditions that support whole learner development or holistic development of the child, cultivating genuine trusting relationships, fostering social, emotional, and academic mindsets. It creates empowered young people, creating to their own well-being and to the well-being of the society that they live in. Hence, the multifold role of the teacher encompasses enriching their students' lives and help them become better and responsible citizens, capable of bringing change to the society. Teachers change lives. These revolutionary thoughts of the present day life have roots in the ancient culture, Indian culture and ethos. And I would like to repeat again Sandra's doha that she repeated. Kabir Das ji once said, Guru Gobind do khade, kaake lagu paaye, balihari Guru aapne Gobind diyo bataye. अर्थात यदि गुरु और गोविंद भगवान दोनों एक साथ हमारे समक्ष खड़े हों, तो पहले किसे प्रणाम करना चाहिए? तो उनका जवाब आता है कि गुरु को या अथवा गोविंद को। ऐसी स्थिति में गुरु के श्री चरणों में शीश झुकाना ही उत्तम है, क्योंकि उनकी कृपा रूपी प्रसाद से गोविंद का दर्शन करने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ. So before I end, I would like to salute all you teachers present here who are the creators of the next generation, and God bless you all. Thank you for being. Salutations to you and salutations to all my teachers who have touched my lives somewhere or everywhere in the walk of my life. Thank you, and over to Devendra ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shamiji. Such an amazing, insightful. Before we get into round one, I would like to explain round one, but Rekha ji, are you back? Can we hear that beautiful poem you were having for us, for all of us? Right, I guess we're missing. Okay, teachers, thank you so much. The kind of involvement we could see in the very first slide when Shamiji was actually trying to put it across. We are so thankful to you all to participating in such a full mood and an amazing way. We would look forward for all the participation now, in fact, because there are beautiful activities which are coming in forward. So there are some fun now. All respectable teachers, lecturers, professors, or we call it educators, guides, mentors, coaches, and educationists. How many of such respectable, rewarding, honorable badges you carry? And most respectable league who make legends. Welcome to this amazing session. Let's have lots of fun, joy, and happiness. And here you deserve the best. Since you are the spark, the inspiration, the guide, and the candle in every kid's life. And here we are playing some of those games with you as, considering you as kids this time. These activities in round one, you would see few pictures. There will be 6 of them which will be presented, and we will have 6 of our mentors who will be giving a little glimpse about those pictures one by one. What you all have to do is, looking at those pictures, whatever comes to your mind, what that picture depicts, you have to just put it in the chat box and let it run it through mentors. What exactly, how we chat about it. It actually trying to enhance your visualization powers. And here we go about the first picture of us.
Good evening, everyone. This is Prachi, and wishing you all a very happy Teachers' Day. You all can see a visual on your screens, and I think you all can relate very well to it. So could you please tell me what are your views about this picture on the chat box? Multitasking teacher, Anshuji says. Shami ma'am says balancing work and home. And Ms. Khanna says juggling, struggling of a mother during the pandemic. Ma'am says absolutely right. You all are so participating. I'm so overwhelmed to see the responses. It's amazing. Yes, actually, this is the situation these days at home. A mother is juggling over her work and she's trying to balance things. So in this process, yes, what we can see is that the teacher is calmly teaching the students. Even though there is so much chaos, she is calmly teaching the students. And in the process, she is learning, there is a positivity attached that she is learning multitasking and also managing stress. And it's amazing to see how mindfully she's managing her students while she has so much chaos in her house. Keeping all of that aside, she is mindfully working towards benefit of the students. So hats off to you all you teachers for doing a splendid job. Next slide, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachna Agarwal. And before we talk about this visual, I would like to talk about you basically, because it is Teachers' Day and you all are talented, isn't it? You all are efficient. You all are awesome. You all are creative. You all are hardworking. You're all helping. You all are elegant. You all are resilient. You all are teachers. And on this Teachers' Day, I, from Anon Global Foundation, wishing you a very, very, very happy Teachers' Day. And I must say that if teachers would not have been there, there would not have been any other profession. So we are very, very proud of you as teachers. Thank you so much for joining us. And now there is a visual on the screen. And I would request whatever comes into your mind, please write it in the chat box so that we can discuss this visual. Be little innovative. Yes, teacher is engaging every student. Okay. Someone is saying pandemic these days, booming of digital world. Okay, Ritu ma'am is saying multi-sensory use at a time. Okay, I'm getting more responses. Someone is saying thanks to technology, Bindu ma'am is saying. Okay, Anshu ma'am is saying, Priyanka ma'am is saying engaging all the kids. Okay, learning and teaching at the same time. But I want you to more creative. What exactly this visual is showing? Like someone is painting, someone is drawing, what the kids are doing in this visual. This is like, okay, thanks to technology, definitely. But what this visual is showing, I want to ask you what this visual is depicting, expression. What kind of expression, Meeta ma'am, if you can just let me know. Basically, what we can depict from annotations, okay, what we can depict from this visual is like kids are disturbing in the class, active participation, kids are disturbing in the class. But isn't it the fact of childhood? At somewhere or other, we must have misbehaved in the class, we must have disturbed in the class, we must have, okay, scribbling on the screen. Yes, very right. Scribbling on the screen. Children are free to do whatever they want to do. Very rightly said, Archana ma'am, because that is the fact of the childhood. That is the naughtiness, that is the liveliness of the childhood. That children are very innovative. They always want to do something or other. They cannot sit, you know, very quietly at one place. And in these online classes, someone is doing a painting on the screen, or someone is just unmuting again and again. I'm sure you must be facing all these time and again. But as a teacher, I'm sure you must not be scolding them. You must not be raising your voice. You must not be, you know, shouting at them. You are teachers. You have to be calm. You have to be, you know, relaxed. So that, but what can you do when some child is doing like this, when you cannot scold the child, or when you cannot be angry? What I feel is that you can just engage the child so that the decorum of the class is maintained and the child is engaged and the class goes on smoothly. That is the spirit of the teachers. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the next slide, please.
You guys see from this visual. Tiredness, network issue. Bhavna ji says he's tired of online classes. Priyanka ji says network issue, teacher is self-hardened. Absolutely right. This picture is depicting the frustration. Basically the frustration. It is the frustration of students because yes, students are used to the social environment where they meet their friends, they can play in the ground. So they are frustrated sitting at one studying, and at the same time teachers are frustrated because they're not in full control of this new system, because it was a very new system for them. They're not fully struggling, and they are not in full control of ensuring that the learning is going on the right way. So yes, there are frustrations at both ends. However, a positive thing, if you think about, is that learning did not discontinue. Imagine a situation where the learning would have been discontinued. So that would have been worse. At least we are interacting. Today, if we are sitting here and we are talking to everybody from across India. So technology that the learning did not frustrating for everybody, but we should be happy that learning is uninterrupted and it is making us resilient. So this is about this image. So let's not get frustrated. it's just happy that at least we are, focusing on something. Next visual, please.
Yes, Prachi, very well said. So there is the next visual on the screen. I would like to request all the teachers to kindly exactly they can see in this visual. Okay, let me see what the responses are coming. PTM meeting going online, very well said. Okay, Poonam ma'am is saying parents and children, all of the parents must relate it. Okay, Puneet sir is saying Papa forced to attend class by mom. Very rightly said. Okay, and Anshu ma'am is saying both parent and student have to learn and attend classes. Very well said. Okay, teachers are very, very active. They are writing very fast, very good. I am really, really overwhelmed by their participation. Basically, what we can see in this visual is that parents and children both are getting irritated and confused because of online classes. But I must say that what Anon team has to say about this visual is that time management skills are crucial for online classes, and parents have to manage their time effectively so that they can help their children in online classes, and teachers also can help parents in understanding the pattern of the classes and motivate them from time to time to help kids in online teaching. Thank you so much for your overwhelming response, and I'm sure you all are enjoying this. Let's have a next visual.
Okay, teachers, now being great observers, can you just observe in this slide what all you can see, what all you can do with this slide? What do you observe? Interdisciplinary, very good. Priyanka Jain ma'am, everything is online. Priyanka Raheja ma'am is saying hands-on learning virtually. Dinesh Sharma sir, teaching aids, multitasking on one system, mode of teaching. My God, so many beautiful online assessments, Suparna ma'am. Yeah, I think you all have judged the picture absolutely correct. It's very difficult to take online assessments here. There is so much of possibility of parents telling the answers, of teachers students searching the answers from Google. But we can all see, imagine there was pandemic and there was no technology. So there is always a positivity to everything, that at least we have this facility with us. The education system is almost going as usual as it used to be in the real classes. At least we are having classes and assessments. Very good teachers, very, very good inputs you had given. Can we move to the next slide now? Oh, I think this is the most interesting slide of all and the most funniest. Can you all just...
Yeah.
What can you observe seeing this picture? Teacher with the working day and night, speaking, etc. And the child just have to write. Okay. School after COVID, yeah. Very nice. Synchronous teaching. Very nice. Yeah. This will happen maybe this year or maybe in 2021. This we are as teachers going to face. But again, what do we have to do? Adapt to the situations. Again, we are adapting to the situations during COVID-19, and maybe when it finishes, hopefully it will get over this year and the schools will reopen as usual. But the indiscipline of the children we'll have to face, and gradually that will also go down. So the children, I will definitely come back to the discipline under the guidance of some beautiful teachers, which they will interact with once again in person. Okay, very nice teachers. Can we move further to the next one? Over to you, Davinder.
Thank you so much. I would request teachers, please mute your phones. Let's enjoy these activities flawlessly. So just check your system if it is muted already. Thank you so much. And the very first thing, moving to the second round, I would foremost, thank you so much for overwhelming responses. You guys are interacting so well. You're responding it so well. It increases the vibration of the whole system, you know. Thank you so much. So here gets turned to the second round, and here we do. We as teachers keep doing storytellings and keep asking storytelling from the kids. Today, we ask all the teachers, you all, to do that storytelling for us. You must be thinking, what's wrong? Let's do it. Yeah, have fun. Enjoy this time today. I'm sure you would enjoy it. And there will be some of the thoughts which will be left behind. So I give it to, do we have Rekha ji?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think okay, Rekha ji, you're there. So I'll be taking your poem after round 3. Rachna ji, I'll give it to Rachna ji to explain this particular slide to all the teachers. It's a beautiful story which needs to be done. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is a beautiful round. What you have to do is you just have to pick one word from each block and you have to make a story. And when you are done, when you have just write the words on a paper with the help of a pen. Just don't write in the chat box. When you are done with the story, just write, I am done, I am ready, whatever you can write. And Davinder ma'am will ask you to share the story. I'll just give you an idea for that. I've chosen word videos from A. I've chosen laptop from B. I've chosen parents from C and happiness from D. Okay, let me put it into a story, small story. Once, you know, what happened was, I was taking an online class and suddenly I realized that all the classmates of mine, including the teacher, they started laughing. And I was the only one who was left behind. So I was wondering why everyone is laughing. No one has shared any joke. Then suddenly I realized that the video of my laptop was open because, you know, it was taking an online class and my parents were discussing something behind my back and my father was changing his shirt and everybody was laughing on my father and I was like totally unaware. So it was like, you know, a total class turned out into a happiness and suddenly everybody burst into laughter. So this is a small story. So now if the teachers are ready, you can just take one word from each block. And if you're ready, you can say, I am done in the chat box and Davinder ma'am is going to ask you for that show. Okay.
So you got a hang of it, what Rachna ma'am is saying. So here you have to just pick up the stories, A, B, C, D, one word each. Rachna ji, let's see what comes out.
Yes, ma'am, I think Suchita ma'am is done.
Okay, great.
So can we hear her story?
Yes, happy Teachers Day to all. And I'm sharing my words, what I have taken from A, B, C, and D. I've taken mute from A, salary from B, parents from C, and happiness from D. Okay, so a parent and son conversation I am just discussing over here. A father is sitting with a child and with his kids, you can say, one boy, one girl, as it's an equal way. So he's saying to his kids, mute all negative thoughts in life, my kids. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
The parent asked the kids, the father said, mute all negative thoughts in life, my dear kids. For your expenses, I'm getting the salary, which you can use for the expenditure which is required in your life. Which is required. You should not waste. Okay.
Very, very motivational. Very motivational, ma'am.
Beautiful expression, ma'am. Beautiful.
And being a parent, I will fulfill your needs, which can be done only with your good deeds. Okay, I will fulfill your needs being a parent, which can be fulfilled with your good deeds, and that will give you immense happiness in life, which you can't measure and keep.
Very, very right. Very right. Let's have a big round of applause for Suchita Khanna, ma'am.
Very nice. Amazing learning which came up. In fact, is there a funny creative story? Teacher with funny creative story. Ma'am, please mute your phones. If you are speaking to us, then you can. Otherwise, mute your phones.
Yes, teachers, you are so creative. I can see the participation since beginning. We are waiting for more stories. Isn't it, Davinda ma'am? The participation which we can see since beginning is immense.
Yes, it's immense.
Commendable.
Amazing.
Okay, Meeta
Yes,
ma'am
teachers,
is
we are
done.
looking
Davinda
forward to
ma'am.
more. Yes. Yes, Meeta ma'am. You can
Okay,
unmute
good evening,
yourself.
everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
And happy Teachers Day to all of you. I've just chosen meetings, laptop, exams, and competition. These 4 words from the groups A, B, C, and D. And it's not my experience. It's something that my son keeps saying that Mama, Papa is so much busy with his meetings on laptop. How will he prepare me for the exams? How will I do the competitions? So when I'll be getting the time of Papa, so he keeps observing that Papa is busy on meetings over his laptop, and that's how I connected the words. Thank
Very
you.
nice, very nice.
Thank you so much. Anyone else we have?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I? Taruna Pundir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So my words are like video, laptop, student, and stress.
Okay.
Video from first A, laptop from B, and students from C, and stress from D.
Yes,
Can I start?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
मैं हिंदी की अध्यापिका हूँ और मैं हिंदी में ही कहानी सुनाऊंगी. मैं अपनी कक्षा में वीडियो दिखा रही थी अपने पाठ से रिलेटेड, लेकिन तभी लैपटॉप में गलती से रसोड़े में कौन है वीडियो ऑन हो गया और
Okay.
और सभी स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो मुझे इस बात का ज्ञान ही नहीं हुआ कि कुछ गलत वीडियो चल पड़ा है. सभी स्टूडेंट्स उसको एंजॉय करने लगे और जब मैंने ये रियलाइज किया तो मैं भी अपना स्ट्रेस छोड़कर उनके साथ एंजॉय करने लगी.
Oh wow, this was actually
Very good.
This
Very
was a
nice,
very good
ma'am.
one.
Very nice.
It was an amazing one.
Can we take
Love
one more
us,
story,
love us.
Davinda ma'am?
Yes.
Priyanka Raheja wants to share her story.
Awesome. So we already.
Priyanka ma'am is ready.
Yes, yes, yes. Great. Do we have anyone else, or we can move forward for another interesting round?
Davinda ma'am, we have one more story. Priyanka ma'am is done.
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed.
We have 2 more stories, ma'am, so we can take at least one.
Yeah. Priyanka ma'am, just unmute yourself.
Priyanka ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, fine. While I was a student, I was a very sincere one. And I felt irritated by those who were always involved in the chatting. Especially there was a boy in my class who kept chatting and disturbing me. But then life changed. Friends, they were at a distance. Internet changed the life. I became a teacher. In this virtual teaching, there was a student who again irritated me when I was teaching in the class. Then there was a parent-teacher meeting. I called the parent. My happiness knew no bounds when I saw that child is son of that same boy who used to irritate me when I was a student, and he used to keep chatting, and the time comes back, and now it is son who was irritating me, but still happiness knew no bound to reconnect with your friends virtually. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Great. It was very nice. You just got hold of the genes also going forward in next generation. Lovely. So I think time tells us to get into the third round very quickly now, because we don't want to leave another activity, which is an amazing activity, because this round 3 actually is trying to combine the intelligence quotient, the emotional quotient, the social quotient, putting all together as a part of a learning in nowadays what it should be, and how we as teachers or mentors can help our kids also do that learning. So we are giving you a little good hint through that round, and we want you to take this as a beautiful activity for yourself and for kids further. So Shamiji, over to you. Why don't you explain this round 3? Shamiji,
I'm so sorry. I just forgot to unmute myself.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Devendra ji. And as you said, it's a very interesting activity. It's about jars of wisdom. As you can see on the screen, there are 3 jars, A, B, and C. A says all the academic subjects like English, Hindi, Math, Science, etc. B is the different activities that we also do. Most of the schools are incorporating certain activities like gardening, dance, yoga, music, meditation, etc. And jar C is the life skills or the social skills that are very important to be cultivated, like gender sensitization, happiness, anger management, anti-bullying, motivation, stress management, and so on and so forth. So before we do this activity, why don't you all ponder and think, which of the jars do you think are very important for a teacher to work upon and inculcate in her children, in her students? So I'm waiting for your responses in the chat box. A, B, or C, or whatever, C. Priyanka ji says C, Bindu ji also says C, jar C, Aditya. A is equal to, and C, Aditya ji. Dinesh Sharma ji says A. So B from Meeta. So as I can see, C first and then A. C, then B, followed by A, says Suprema. So that means some of you are focusing on just one jar and a few of you are focusing on all the 3. If you remember, we talk about a holistic or whole learner, whole development of the child. So all these 3 jars are very important, both A, B, and C. Only content knowledge or only life skills or only those things are not important that can help us sail through our lives. A plus B is equal to C. Preeti ji says that's absolutely fantastic. Dinesh ji says all are important. Completely agree with you. Now, during this pandemic, when we are having online classes, do you think, are we justifying all 3 jars? And even in our classroom situations, do we justify or do we focus only on the content knowledge? That is jar A. So let's do an activity, how we can integrate jar A or the content knowledge subjects with any activity that is in the jar B. You can pick up any other activity of your choice too. It does not have to be from these activities, but anything that you do in your school as well. And try to inculcate the life skills in the children, in your students, without focusing or without giving extra time on all these things, how we can inculcate holistic learning in our children. So there can be a lot of activities. I'll request Ms. Deepa to give you an example for that.
Yeah.
Deepa ji?
Yes, what I can think is that
Deepa ji, just give me a minute. I'm talking about Deepa Chaudhary.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we can take from A, social studies. From B, we can take taekwondo, and combining the 2 so that a better level of understanding is there in our children, in our students, we can train them for gender sensitization, which is a very, very important life skill activity. So suppose we can take a chapter of maybe Rani Lakshmi Bai, freedom fighter, who stood with all the male freedom fighters and was a strong enough lady mentally as well as physically. We can same way train our students and tell them that women have enough power and equal power than men, and train them for gender sensitization. So
that's such a fantastic combination of all the 3. Social studies, you take up the topic of freedom struggle of India, and you take up Rani Lakshmi Bai, and you combine it with taekwondo and do gender sensitization, which is a wonderful example. So now teachers, I think you have got a fair idea of what we are looking at. If you can combine all these and get the jar C achieved, let's see. Excellent example by Deepa ma'am. Komal ma'am says, fantastic. Komal Madhwani ji says, nature walk in science. That's fantastic. But when you do nature walk in science, what are you trying to achieve? What skill from jar C, if you can let us know?
Surely, ma'am. I want to know what are the skills in jar C, actually that picture I want to see it again.
The picture is right on the screen, ma'am. If you can see,
Okay.
all the jars are there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Can I say?
just a minute. Happiness, ma'am.
Happiness. Okay, that's fantastic. Nature was
Naturalistic skills.
Absolutely. Okay, Bhavyaji, you are saying something. Can you go ahead and unmute yourself? Let us know.
Ma'am, we can relate science with gardening and tell the students how to plant the different plants. And then we can tell them the importance of time and everything that a plant requires to grow. Like appropriate amount of sunlight, appropriate amount of water, and a good quality of soil. Not everything, excess of everything is bad. That can be well taught with an example of planting trees.
Such a wonderful example. Thank you, Bhavyaji. It was so nice. We can take one or two more examples if anybody is ready to share.
Taruna Pundir can say.
Sure.
Yeah. मैम हिंदी का पाठ है कर चले हम फिदा
जी।
चैप्टर हमने लिया, उसके बाद उसको हम गीतात्मक रूप में बच्चों को गाकर और बच्चों के अंदर बच्चों से गवाकर वो पाठ हम ले सकते हैं कक्षा में। म्यूजिक उसके अंदर आ गया बी जार से, और सी जार के अंदर हम मोटिवेशन है राष्ट्रभक्ति की, देशभक्ति की। जैसा कि आजकल भारत चीन सीमा पर जो विवाद चल रहा है, तो उसका उदाहरण देकर हम बच्चों के भीतर वो राष्ट्रभक्ति और देशभक्ति का जज्बा जगा सकते हैं।
That is so fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing. I get a few more examples. I will read it out from the chat box. Shuchita says science and stress management. Pardon?
We need to be quick. So one
Yes.
last and then we can move on.
Yes, yes, yes. And Meeta ji says in science, while teaching water resources and water management, teacher asks students to sing songs on water and rain and motivate them for rainwater harvesting. That is absolutely fantastic. You can all share your thoughts in it so that everybody can take advantage or can learn from each other. Meanwhile, I move on and hand over the program further to Devendra ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, all right, we have almost reached the conclusion part of our session. Before getting into the golden words of experience, if Rekha ji are there, if we can quickly hear your poem, and we can then move on to our guest of honor. I think we are missing Rekha ji today. Okay, never mind. So,
Yes, I am here, ma'am.
yes, okay, please, Rekha ji, we're looking forward.
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच देवेंद्र मैम। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा, मैं देश का भाग्य विधाता हूँ, अपनी कथनी पे अटल रहा। एक ऐसा दौर भी देखा है जहाँ खुला गगन और तेज पवन, जहाँ नहीं खड़ी थी कोई दीवार, प्रकृति की खोज का था विचार। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा। अब गुरुकुल का समय आया, नई संग अनोखी परंपरा लाया। जब रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर में बन अपने भारत को चमकाया। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा। अब आधुनिकता क्रांति लाई, विद्यालय का रूप बदल लाई। जब मुझे संभल कर चलना था, खुद को साबित जो करना था। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा। पर आज न जाने सहम गया, क्या सोच कि मैं कुछ ठिठक गया। कभी टीम, कभी गूगल, कभी जूम पर मैं ऑनलाइन शिक्षा में बदल गया। जब परखा मैंने खुद को तो अब पहले से मैं निखर गया। मैंने घर को विद्यालय बना दिया और अपने धर्म को निभा दिया। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा। नहीं सदा ये रहने वाला, फिर वही समय आने वाला, जहाँ बच्चों की प्यारी खुशबू संग फिर विद्यालय में जाने वाला। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा। चाहे जैसा भी समय आए, मुझको सदा सशक्त पाए। मैं तभी तो कहलाता शिक्षक, और भविष्य का मैं ही हूँ रक्षक। मैं शिक्षक हूँ, मैं हर एक दौर में सफल रहा। Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rekha ji. Such a beautiful composition. It's all our own teachers and mentors by now. So here is another precious moment. I just honor Rema Alex Daniel ji. I would like to introduce to hear some golden words of experience from her. So Mrs. Daniel is the recipient of Delhi State Award 2014, CBSE National Award for Teachers 2013, and the Endeavour Executive Award 2010. A merit-based scholarship to undertake professional development and research in Australia, awarded by the Government of Australia. She has worked as the principal of St. Thomas School, Ghaziabad, founder principal of St. Thomas School, Indirapuram, St. Paul School, Hoskas, and Summerfield School in Kailash Colony, New Delhi. She has a versatile educational experience of more than 35 years and has been a mentor to Anon team since its inception. Thank you so much, Rema ma'am, for being here, giving us the opportunity. So over to you for your golden words of experience, ma'am.
Thank you, Anon. Thank you, Aarti, for this opportunity to address the teachers on this occasion of Teachers' Day. So this Teachers' Day would have been unique. When you woke up in the morning, you would realize, okay, this year there are no flowers, no handmade cards, no programs being put up by children, and in every way a unique Teachers' Day with everything happening over the Zoom, which is the norm. Well, it is difficult for the teachers to reach out to the students during this pandemic. And all on a sudden, in the month of March, you are asked to become tech savvy, computer savvy, and take your classes over the Zoom or through Microsoft Teams or Google or whichever online platform it is. Teachers who didn't grow up with technology, it took them by a lot of surprise because it was not easy to switch over to a different mode of teaching all on a sudden. Some schools were sensible enough to give the teachers the training. Some didn't, and they expected the teachers to learn it by trial and error. Whatever it is, all teachers jumped into the fray, and they have been struggling and trying to do the best they can, given all the challenges and the obstacles that they have had to face. You know, connectivity problem, getting it across to the children with full dedication, with whatever is happening in the background in your own homes. It is not difficult for everybody to handle all this, but teachers have been doing it. Now, as a teacher, the most intriguing part is that you never know how you will eventually shape the lives of so many people by just educating one student. It's not only the student, but the parents, the wife, husband, children, grandchildren, and whosoever that he or she is coming in contact with. So teachers have got a very big role. And with the prying eyes of the parents constantly on the watch, on the computer to see as to what the teacher is doing in the class, it hasn't been easy at all for the teacher. Now, if criticism is there in a creative way, in a constructive way, it is easy for the teacher to accept it. But if it is just criticism all the way and with no positive reinforcement, the teacher also feels demotivated. But despite all this, teachers have done a really fantastic job. And there are videos going around saying that please don't find fault with the teachers because they are also in the process learning how to handle technology and how to circumvent all the problems that they are facing. Earlier, teachers used to go to the school at around 7, 7:30 or 8 o'clock and be back by 3. So it is only 7 hours of work. But now they have to put in at least 10 hours or maybe 12 hours of work every day. And it is nobody realizes the kind of hard work that teachers have to put in. So kudos to all the teachers who have been doing very good work despite all the challenges that you have had to face. But there are too many advantages of this online learning, because there is no need for any fancy infrastructure. There is no need for the kind of overhead expenses that schools have to put in order to make education reach even the remote corners of the country and other parts of the world also. So it is an advantage. Teachers have been using all kinds of educational tools that are available on the internet. Whether it is for taking points, whether it is for having games like Kahoot, is a very wonderful platform for making educational games for the children. And Sway is another one for making presentations. So teachers have learned how to use these online teaching aids in order to make the classes interesting. Because what is happening is a child who is self-motivated and who has got the wherewithal, whether it is the infrastructure at home or parents who can guide, there is no need for actually a teacher to teach, because he can do the research and learn a lot of things on his or her own. But when it comes to somebody who is not that intelligent or is not able to grasp things at one go or by just reading, it is necessary for the teacher to make the classes creative and interesting. And that is when these modules or these teaching aids would come in handy. Kahoot is an excellent gaming aid which is used in classes to make learning easy. Now, these days, what is important is communication skill and also computer technology. So when these two are available for the students, I think a lot of learning is happening. But we may find it difficult to say, okay, when we give a test, the child may be copying or will be taking the help of the search engines to find the formula or the answer to a particular question. Remember that even while the child is searching for it, there is some kind of learning that is happening. The child is learning to do research on his or her own. You would realize that children who are moving out of India for education, they are supposed to do a lot of work on their own. So doing research and learning with the help of research or self-learning is something that the child will learn if this online classes can happen in the real spirit. And teachers, of course, are engaging and helping the children to do that. Another advantage is that now there are no barriers. A child who's sitting in the remote corner of our country or in any part of the world can connect. And it is just a question of having a smartphone or a tablet or a laptop for that matter. And so the child is able to learn and to listen to others and also to engage in a fruitful discussion when he or she is allowed to unmute. And teachers are doing it to give the students the feeling of togetherness and also a field for the children to connect with each other. And when we are sitting in our own homes and we are able to connect with various parts of the world, there are so many projects that can be done using any of the teaching methodology that you would like to adapt, whether it is multiple intelligences or whether it is the E5 learning or learning by doing. There are so many things that can be done using projects, and children from different countries can group together and then make these programs. And so it is a wonderful platform for the students to learn, for the teachers to hone their skills, and it is a win-win situation for the management also, because they are not spending that kind of money that normally would have to be spent in a regular school. And today, most of the managements would have spent money to give the teachers a special treat or some kind of an outing. So they have saved up on that also. So it is a win-win situation for the management, for the teachers, and for the students. So thank you, Aarti and Anand, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And on this positive note, I would like to thank everybody, all the participants and all the teachers who have been participating in all the activities with a lot of enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you, Rema ma'am, for your enlightening words. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would request all our guests to please write in the chat box what touched your heart most during this event. To share some of your experience, you can just share it with us in the chat box, which will motivate us, and it will give us happiness and returns of our hard work. So just request you all to write which activity you liked the most and what touched your heart the most during this event. And also I would like to tell you all that Team Anon will be mailing you a certificate of appreciation of participation during this event. We will just mail you a certificate of appreciation to all the teachers present here today. And thank you all for being here. Anon is actually very, very grateful with you to celebrate this memorable event with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. And before we are winding up, let's have a song all together. So Devender, please.
I think Renu is doing it, or
Yeah.
Let's sing along, teachers.
Bye-bye.